How you doing? We are back. Yes, I mean we. Okay, y'all. So my girl Twonta Davis-Jones, my amazing co-host, she is doing a little bit of self-care right now. And she's going to jump on this broadcast in just a second. But I wanted to kick it off and get things going. And first, let me give a huge shout out to my girl Therese. She's our show producer. She's over there behind the scenes doing the ones and twos and doing her thing. So thank you so much, Therese, for joining us once again. We're now in season 4. Oh my God, guys. We're in season 4 of the Sister to Sister Connection. I am Leticia Campbell. I do all the marketing for the show, the design, everything you guys see with the pop-ups and the tickers and all that stuff. I design all that. And then my girl Twonta Davis-Jones, honey, she comes up with our amazing topics. Every week she discussed an amazing topic. And I want to bring up the topic that her and I are going to be touching on tonight, which is create a life you can fall in love with. How does that sound? Wouldn't that sound amazing, guys, that you leave this earth having to create a life that you absolutely have fallen in love with? I mean, that's just amazing. But before we jump into that, I have some special announcements. So this is episode 1 to our season 4 of the show. We do this show in seasons because, with all this amazing transformational content that Twonta and I talk about and share on the show, like, we're very much so open. We're very much so transparent. Like, we need a break in between seasons. So we do 2 episodes per season. I'm so not 2, my bad, girls. Tree's like, what? 2, girl? We do 10 episodes per season, right? And then we take about a 2-week break and then we come back. But we do in between, our seasons, we definitely hang out inside of our Sister to Sister Connection tribe. If you're not part of our Sister to Sister Connection tribe, it's free to get inside, honey. If you want to be around like-minded women, if you want to be inspired, if you want to be motivated, if you want to be around individuals who are actually doing something in these social media streets, you definitely need to get inside of our Sister to Sister Connection tribe by going to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. So before I jump into some housekeeping, I want to first talk about where Sister to Sister Connection happened, because I know we just started this season and many of you guys are tuning into us for the first time. So we started this joint venture together, Twonta and I, back in 2018. Yes, 2018. It was towards the end of 2018. Twonta and I were both going through transitions in our life. We were going through obstacles, challenges, and things like that. So, I reached out to Twonta and I was like, you know what? Let's do a show together. Twonta had already started to do the legwork to start the show by recording the episodes and things like that. And we decided to come together late 2018 to be co-hosts together. And we kicked it off. We started off during the time in our lives it was a struggle, because a lot of shows out there right now, they're not, it's like people have this wall, right? They have this this little mask, where they're not open, they're not transparent. And I'm gonna be quite honest, guys, the Sister to Sister Connection show is one of my most favorite shows to do, because I feel like I could be me. You know what I'm saying? And not to say I'm not me in anything else I do, but I feel like I'm helping more women on this show because we're talking about real issues, real challenges, real obstacles. Twonta and I share our personal stories that we go through. We bring guests on. So this is such an amazing, opportunity for you guys to continuously come and watch us every week. We want to thank every single person, Diane, Jewel, Mavana, Tanya, Michelle, all of you ladies who have been riding with us for the past 4 seasons. Now, we want to thank you. We want to definitely thank you. We're going to have even more fun for season 4. Absolutely. So this season, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, right? Because, this time of year, we're stepping into the holiday season. My children just are now 3 weeks back in school. Twanta's her 2 amazing daughters, right? They're in college. So what we're going to do going forward, which is going to be a great thing for you guys, because we can spend more time inside of our tribe. And if you're not part of our tribe, go to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. Get inside right now. It's free. But going forward for this season, season 4, we're going to be doing the show only on Wednesday nights. You guys know for the past 2 seasons, we've been doing our Sister to Sister Connection talk show every Wednesday night and Saturday night. But we're going to change it up this season a little bit because, we're falling to the holiday season as well. Honey, you know, I got 5 kids, honey. You know, these kids are they make me want to pull these braids out strand by strand. And I know Twonta got things going on with her daughters. And we're real moms, okay? So we know, listen, if we got to slow down to keep up, we're going to slow down to make sure that we're still giving you guys great content and great conversation, right? So we're going to be only doing the show for this season on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know the graphic said 8:30. We're going to be doing at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you definitely want to make sure you check us out. Leave every Wednesday nights open for us, having conversation, having fun, right? And another thing we're going to do is Twonta had this idea back in January of this year. And we want to start to bring it in, bring it in for season 4. And let's talk about ideas real quick, guys. Sometimes you could have an idea and now is not the time for you to actually bring that idea to light. Not to say you're pushing that idea under the rug. No, mama, I'm not saying that. Okay, because I know some of y'all are going to be like, Tisha's right. I'm just not going to launch. I'm just not going to promote. I'm just not going to. No, I'm not saying that, daughter. Okay, niece. What I'm saying is, right? Teresa's down there cracking up. Is that you're still developing that idea. You're connecting all the I's, dotting all the T's, adding new things. This morning, I had an idea that I presented to Teresa this morning. I was like, girl, what do you think about this? Okay, so we're going to do it this way. Okay, but anyway. So Twonta had this idea back in January, right? And Teresa, you can still hear me, right? Thumbs up. Okay, good. So, and it was about bringing on other amazing women on the panel, the women who have a business, women who are or women who are making an impact in their community, women who have a non-for-profit, anybody who can bring value to our amazing audience, which is you guys, right? So we're going to be kicking off Sister Spotlight. And on Sister Spotlight, we're going to have a guest. And it's going to be a little bit different. I know we've had guests on the panel before, but this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have guests come on, and Twonta and I are going to be interviewing them. We're going to be putting them in a little bit of a fun hot seat, right? So we're going to bring some amazing individuals on. We're going to be asking them questions, okay, about what they do and how they impact the world so that you guys can get more connected to other women. Because here's the thing, y'all. I've been saying this a long time now. Your network is your net worth. Okay, your network is your net worth, right? So it's good, in this digital space, you gotta network online. You gotta, learn about what this person's doing, what that person's doing, because you never know how what they do is going to provide an impact for you, right? Or whether it be now or in the future, right? So we're excited about Sister Spotlight. We have some guests lined up, but if you're interested in being a part of Sister Spotlight, send us an email, guys. Send us an email at sistertosisterconnection@gmail.com. Send us an email at sistertosisterconnection@gmail.com. Sorry, I was listening to see what my kids were saying. Send us an email there and let us know about what you do. Hold on one second. I don't know what this kid's doing out there, honey. There's a lot of moving around going on. Listen, y'all, I got 5 kids. Y'all got to understand my pain. Okay, so send us an email at sisterconnection@gmail.com and let us know about what you do, whether it be a business, whether it be a cause, whatever. And just let us know so that we could bring you on the show. You could talk about it. And Twonta and I are going to come up with some pre-questions to ask you. So it's not like you're going to come on the panel and not know anything that we are talking about, right? So that's super duper fun. Okay, great. So the next thing is, listen, guys, we have merch. Yes, we have merch. Okay. So Teresa's going to put our link to our merch store. We have some merch. We've been, like I said, we've been talking about doing merch for a while now. We're like, listen, we need to get some t-shirts going. We need to get some coffee mugs going. So we launched our merch line towards the end of season 3. So we are going to be throughout season 4. We would love to know you guys' ideas on what merch would you prefer, because obviously I see a lot of people with merch stores. And they got stickers, honey. They got umbrellas, honey. They got kitchen rugs, and, and half the time people ain't getting all that stuff. So we want to know from the community, from the collective, right? So this is email at sister-to-sister-connection@gmail.com, and let us know what type of merch that you would like to, that you use a lot in your household. So for right now, we have some amazing t-shirts on there. We have some coffee mugs on there. We're going to be out on masks, coasters, like we're going to be adding on different things. But honey, you better grab your t-shirt, honey, because them colors are the bomb. And you better grab your Sister to Sister Connection coffee mug as well. So we are so excited about the merch, and I'm so excited. A lot of you guys have already started ordering your merch already. So again, you go to the site. Everything is all done. There's a warehouse that prints the shirt for you. We have plus sizes, honey. That's another thing. We wanted to make sure whatever manufacturer that we go with, they have some plus sizes, because we got some big girls. We got some real women, honey. No shade to the little skinny, itty bitty, teeny weeny winnies out there, but we got some real girls out there. So we got some plus sizes going there. And so, as I said, let us know what some of the things that you guys want to see, out there. And oh my God, I'm just seeing the comments. Yes, coffee talk and tech, honey. I've been checking out your merch store. It is amazing. I was on your live the other day. I was like, look, I was really like stalking. I was like, I'm just gonna slide on in and check out my big brother coffee talk and tech, honey. And I was like, ooh. Well, you got a really nice merch store. Coffee. No, put it back up there, Teresa. I didn't read this comment yet, sis. Okay, coffee talk and tech said you nailed it. T-shirts, coffee cups, and hats. We try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? And another thing, though, coffee talk and tech, was that we was looking for a manufacturer that had larger sizes, because we like refrigerator. Our girls in our community are like refrigerator big, honey. We got curves and ditches and potholes and all kinds of stuff. We deal with a lot. You know what I mean? So we want to cover and conceal, okay? But another thing is we want to make sure that the minute someone orders, a customer orders from our merch store, that is direct to ship, honey. Because let me tell you something. Mamas is not printing no t-shirts for y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna listen, mess around with me. Y'all gonna get stuff in the mail with sauce on it, spaghetti sauce on it, honey. Okay. You may even get a pacifier, man. It may just fall on in the package as I was packaging it up. So everything is direct to customer. Okay. Coffee talking text said, "Oh, thanks, working so hard." I know you are. You know what? You know, you're doing some big things. You're doing some big things. And if I were you, now is the best time to even pivot. Get that big shark. And that's something that has helped my business. Just me, period. It has helped me a lot, I call it like, start making your dream 100. Start making your list of 100 people that you want to collaborate with, that you want to give value to, that you want to do a business opportunity with, that you want to do an event with. You know what I'm saying? I got Oprah Winfrey on mine, honey. I got Michelle Obama on mine, honey, and it will happen. But that's what I see. I see you really, really getting on and global like network or podcast and just getting out there for people to know that Coffee Tech and Talk is a brand. It is the brand, so that's where I see you at, and I wish you all blessings and all the best. Honestly, I do. And I will always be a fan. I will always be a little sister, like, hey, I'm just gonna be watching, honey. Just know you got a sister from another mister out there, and we do look alike a little bit. I think I think so. Teresa's cracking up. So Papa was a Rolling Stone. So yeah. Anywho's. As I was saying, love. So again, we have the merch store, guys. Guys, thank you so much, Teresa. You guys definitely want to head on over there and check that out. Grab you a t-shirt, honey. Grab you a coffee mug and do the things. Okay. And guys, please also worry. Shh. Sorry, y'all. I was gonna go on mute, but this is real life. Okay. So we have the merch store. Guys, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, oh, you see Coffee Talking Tech said, OMG, you just gave me chills. Thank you for the love. Absolutely. This is like virtual love. And I think, to be honest, y'all, and no shade, any family members out there who are watching this, when I first started my business, the best support that I got was from online. Honestly, Therese would tell you, Therese has been by my side. I call Therese my right and left hand. She has been by my side since what, 2017, Therese? Yes, she has. And, you know, that year was a transition year for me because it was the year that I left my job. I left my corporate job with a great pay, good benefits, honey. Okay. And I knew that this is what I wanted to do. I knew that me starting a business is what I wanted to do. But everyone in my life didn't understand it. They didn't get it. They didn't they wasn't down, you know? But to be honest, Coffee Talking Tech, the best support I got was from my online community. I'm just gonna be so honest. Hey, Ravana, listen, me and you will never part. Yes, sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, we're like two of a kind soul. Listen, y'all, Mavana is in the building. Listen, y'all gotta please, the community, put your prayers, your thoughts, everything you can do within the next few hours into Mavana, because honey, she's going through it. So thank you so much, Mavana, for coming on. I love you so much, sis. Appreciate you being here. Mavana has actually been on our panel discussions quite a few times, and she will be returning for season 4. Yes, ma'am. Okay, when she get back up on her feet, honey. But yeah, as I was saying, women like Therese, women like several other people inside of my community have been such an amazing support for my business. And I know for you, Coffee Talking Tech, you'd be surprised the amount of people that will literally crawl, roll, hop, skip, and jump out to see you when you do your first event. That shocked me when I did my first event, and all of a sudden people just started signing up and they actually came, and I was just like, oh my God, I didn't know I was making this big of an impact. Because we never really know, how much of an impact we're doing. We're just literally starting off doing what we love. 2022 would be the big year for both of us. Amen. Absolutely. That's why, honey, we're doing a lot of planning behind the scenes, and also keep it a little bit quiet, because you can't tell everybody what your plan is, honey. Because just like how you got people out there on this earth supporting you, you also have people out there trying to pray against you, honey. So yes, 2022 will be an amazing year. Miss Diane. Yes, pray for her, Diane. Let me tell you something about Diane, honey. Diane is a community supporter, honey. She's a community advocate inside of our sister to sister connection community. And Diane, we appreciate you. I was just had a thought in my mind. I was like, we got to put Diane on the payroll, honey, because every 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds, she coming down like inbox me about guests, inboxing me about merch ideas. Like, we need to get this girl on to payroll, honey. Okay, right. That's what we need to do. So those of you who just hopped on, we're kicking off season 4, our sister to sister connection. No, don't y'all be like, oh my God, what happened to Twonta? Twonta is coming, honey. She is coming. She was at the booty parlor, honey, getting that hair done. You know, listen, Twanta's from Michigan. The Michigan girls, they don't do all the things and all the things. They got to come up and look clean, prepped, proper, honey. She's like, I ain't finna get on this camera, honey, and my edges are all like, ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Okay, so she's getting her stuff together. Me personally, I'm a New York girl. I'm a Queens girl, honey. We just put a little African head wrap on and be like, ooh, yes, I'm coming out. Yeah, that's what we do. But she's a Michigan girl, and I gotta love her every day, night, and even for it. But Therese, check it on Twonta, honey, and see what the ETA or whatever they call it. Yeah, so you're welcome, Ivana. Diane said, hi, Leticia, thank you. I contribute any way that I can. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot to get something to show you guys. So just so you guys know, we're going to have self-care. Our self-care night is coming up on October 2nd. It was supposed to be this Saturday, but we decided to push it back. I got my kit today, y'all. My self-care kit. And if y'all don't know what our self-care events is, again, inside of our Sister to Sister Connection community, every month we do a self-care night, honey, and we talk about different topics. This event is not recorded. It's all done virtually, but we don't record it because we talk about some deep stuff inside of our self-care event. So the next one's going to be on October 2nd. Okay. I got my kit in the mail yesterday. Trees, you got yours, right? Yeah, Trees got hers. And baby, I haven't even opened it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So listen, if you want to learn more about our self-care night coming up on October 2nd, get inside of our Sister to Sister Connection community by going to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. Trees, if you could put that in the chat over here and join us because we have fun. We have a lot of freaking fun. And I know for some of us, like myself, and many of you guys who are out there, no, you cannot get away every week or every month to go to a spa or to go to to Hawaii or something like that. But having a night where you are hanging out, kikiing with the group of girls, talking and just doing some self-care stuff is a lot of fun. Okay, so listen, there is a deadline for this because y'all know how us Black folks are, honey. We be on a totally different time zone or whatever. We're like, all right, I got you next week. Y'all better purchase your kits today. I think they're only what, $15. Like, come on, you get like a pretty hefty box of stuff. And y'all better grab it, honey, because I got mine today, honey. And I am so, thank you, Therese. I am so excited. Okay, so and Twanta's going to be on in just a second, y'all. I'm just doing some housekeeping. What we're going to be talking about tonight is create a life you can fall in love with. Absolutely. What's the next thing? What's the next thing I want to discuss? Yes. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. So as I mentioned to you guys before, those of you who are interested in being interviewed on our panel, email us, sister to sister connection at gmail.com. You definitely want to do that. So let's jump into this topic, y'all, because I think Twonta is about to come on any minute now. And Therese, just let me know in the private chat, what's her ETA and what have you. But create a life you can fall in love with. Create a life that you can fall in love with. Can I ask y'all a question? Those of y'all who are tuning in. Even for those of you who are watching the replay, I think sometimes we have to pause for the cause. Like sometimes we have to pause our day-to-day activities and stuff and ask ourselves this question of, am I creating a life that I love? Am I doing what I love? What's your answer? Put it in the comments right now. What is your answer to that? Are you creating a life that you love? Or are you, oh my God, I forgot to share this on my Facebook. Hold on, y'all. While y'all answering that, let me share this out, y'all. Listen, honey, let me do my due diligence, honey. Get this out to the girls. Okay. Do my due diligence, honey. Yes. And if you're watching this over here on Facebook, y'all better like our page, honey. Y'all better like our page. Don't be scared, honey. Because I know the haters are watching. Y'all might as well. I know the copycats are watching. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me not go there. People are always watching. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all might as well like the page, subscribe, and all those things. Okay, so as you guys know, whenever Twonta comes up with these awesome topics, and I always say the topics are always on time, right? So for me, and Therese, I listen. Therese and I, you and I, Therese, just had this conversation about earlier this month, right? Where I had to sit back. I've been rattling with this decision for months. With the decision I made, because I was in a partnership, and for months for the last 2 months, I started to be like, oh my God, Leticia, do you even enjoy doing this partnership? Do you even enjoy like, I love what I do, but sometimes we get entangled with outside stuff, right? That we stack on top of what we love to do. So some of the outside stuff I was doing, I sat back and I was like, do I love doing this? Do I enjoy it? or do I dread it? And that's one thing I don't like, ladies. I don't like doing things that I dread. Type in me if that's you. I don't like it. I don't, it's almost like you are stabbing yourself in the leg. Right? When you know you're doing something that you know that your heart is not in it, your passion is not in it. You're just showing up. You're just there. I'm here. Right? And I promise, I made a commitment to myself back in 2017 when I left my job that I will never be in a situation that I dread, because that's how I felt working. Even though it was a great position, I dreaded coming to work. I even shared a picture on my social media one time with my son. He was, he's a little boy at the time, and I was leaving my house. Every time I would leave my house, it would still be dark outside. And he had his hand on the window. I don't want to start crying, but he had his hand on the window, and I was looking up, and I was like, let me just take a picture so I can remember that moment. You know, remember that moment where okay, thank you, Therese, where he was like literally calling for me to come back in the house. So I dreaded that, right? So which is why I said, you know what? I got to come with a plan. I got to double down on my business, stop doing it as a side business, and really make it the thing that is going to be the key for me to step out of here. So living a life that you love, a life you can fall in love with. Because think of that word, fall in love. Like you ever, you've met your husband for the first time or met your partner for the first time, and y'all have those butterflies. And me and my husband used to talk on the phone for hours. And now, listen, sometimes he's talking, and child, he don't even say bye. He just like, what? Oh, okay. He hung up. Well, before we first met 20 years ago, listen, we used to be like, you hang up. No, you hang up. You hang up. It was like this. I couldn't wait to see him the next day. But we sometimes feel once we reach a moment in our life that we don't have to have those feelings about our life anymore. Like we don't have to. Well, sometimes we go back to saying, well, we're just going to live day to day. That's not really living a fulfilled life. So yes, create a life you can fall in love with. Create that life. And how do you do it? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put this plain. You got to grow into being who you are. You got to grow. And if there's something that you don't like about yourself, change it. Somebody type in hashtag change it now. Put that in the comments right now. Change it. You have the ability and the power to change whatever it is that you want to change. You have the ability and the power to alter. But you know how sometimes, right, we don't want to change things because we're afraid that people are going to look at us funny, that people are going to talk about us and all these things. And yes, that may happen. But would it be better if you start to live a life that you actually are in love with? And another thing, y'all, people are going to get upset with you, some people, because you have the courage to live a life that you love, right? You have the courage. There's a lot of people that say what they say about me because I'm not working. I'm not working. So they're like, oh my God, they still can't figure out how it happened. And it was as simple as me making that decision and staying committed to that decision. Thank you, Diane. To say, you know what? I'm going to make it happen because I want to live a life that I can fall in love with. I don't want to, Warren, stop. I don't want my last day to come for me to say, shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda, coulda, woulda. Right? And how many people that we know, that are doing that, right? How many people that we know? So that's what it is. Another thing, and let's go back. Like I said, number one is, somebody keep notes for me in the comments. Number one is to be yourself. Please be yourself. Be yourself. And and for those of you who are like, am I being myself or am I not being myself? I want to answer this question for you guys real fast. And I shared this on the show before. When my husband and I, years ago, we decided to go to marriage counseling, and the therapist asked me, she said, Tisha, tell me some things that you enjoy. Like, what do you enjoy in life? And I was sitting in her on her couch, really nice little comfortable couch, nice office and everything. And I was like, I started crying. I literally bawled out crying because I did not know what I enjoyed. Everything in my life during that time evolved around my husband and evolved around my children. So I had to get to know Leticia again. I had to get to know the fun side of me that was a risk taker and just crazy and just like, like that person that people just love to be around. Cause I would be like, girl, you got this. Hey, Martin, how are you? You got this. You can do this. Get out there. Step, you know what I mean? But eventually, throughout getting married, throughout children, I just sort of like position myself in this corner, and it was just like, you know what, I'm comfortable here. And that's the thing, a lot of times we get comfortable. That goes into number 2, stepping outside your comfort zone. Guys, listen, I'll be honest, I know some people may think that stepping outside of our comfort zone is scary. Stepping outside my comfort zone is fun for me. It is it's almost like we went to amusement park a month ago with the kids, and I went on every ride with the kids. My husband was sitting on the side like, no, I'm good. My tummy hurt. I'm like, whatever. I went on every ride with the kids. And let me tell you, the scary rides that I went on, as it was going up that little, like we went on a roller coaster and it was going before it starts to dip. I'm like, Leticia, why the F did you get on this ride? But I had to tough it up. I had to be like gang. Like I want my kids. I ain't gonna be punked out. You know what I'm saying? So so I'm like, yeah, guys, we're gonna have fun. Woo, trying to save face. But let me tell you, y'all, and I think I posted this on social media. When that freaking roller coaster went down, I was the loudest one because my husband recorded us. And all you hear was me. You hear me above all the kids. There was like 20 kids on that ride. And I'm like, I was screaming. So finally, the ride was over and my adrenaline kicked in. I was like, let's go on the next one. Let's go on the next one. I'm ready. So for me, stepping outside of my comfort zone is, once you get through it, it's almost feeling like, it's like taking your first step. Listen, we started off, ladies, born into stepping out of our comfort zone. When you was a baby and you had to get up and take that first step, I'm pretty sure there was some fear involved, but you knew that that's something that you had to do. It's like my youngest daughter, like she's not even 1 and she's already a child. She will run circles around me right now. Right. But when she first started to walk, yeah, she was like wiggling and shaking and things like that. And now that she's confident, she's used to it. She's like, oh, girl, I got this. I'm going to walk now. Now I'm going to run. Now I'm going to, sneak around my mom and go. Child, listen. So stepping outside your comfort zone, whatever that means, it's like what I was talking to Coffee Talking Tech about try to, pivot to bigger platforms, pivot to your Dream 100, getting out there and getting these big connections. So, and the thing about that is, y'all, I know how he's going to feel, and I know how you ladies are going to feel. Because I remember back in 2018 when I was at an event and I was speaking, I was in my room because wherever I go, I get my own suite. I don't share rooms with nobody. That's just me. Okay. So, because child, listen, I got to come home and share with my husband. I'm not going to leave out the house and share with somebody, So I was in the room and I was sitting there looking in the mirror at myself. And I'm like, I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve to be here. And I went into my community. I shared it with my ladies. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling nervous. I feel like, why me? And you're going to ask yourself that question. You're going to ask yourself, like, why me? Why me? And in that moment, it was like, Leticia, you just step outside your comfort zone. You got to build up that confidence. You got to build that up. It's just like Muhammad Ali. My husband and I were watching the documentary last night of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali said he was the greatest before he became the greatest, y'all. He said he's the number 1 fighter in the world. And the thing about him, as I was watching this documentary, when he would walk in the ring, he already beat that person before he walked in the ring. That person's face, the face that person, his opponent had, like, oh shoot, this man's about to run me down. But it was because of the confidence he had. He was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure inside of him, he felt insecure. I'm pretty sure inside of him, he felt like I just may lose this fight, or I may get injured and just be out the game forever. But he walked in and he said, listen, I have the confidence. I'm the greatest. I'm the champ. I'm the greatest in the world, right? So, number 3, become. Become. That's number 3, is to become. Become whatever that is. What, if you want to impact people, become that. If you want to help people, become that. If you want to save millions upon millions of women, become that. Become. If you want to be confident, become. Just become. Make a damn decision, girl. Hello. Become. Become that. Because the thing is, y'all, I lived my life on just becoming the things that I wanted to do, and saying, you know what, I know I don't have this. I know I don't have that. I know I'm a little bit late in the game, or whatever, all these little limiting beliefs that come through my mind, and say, you know what, child, listen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to become that. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to become something else. It's like, you just become, right? You just become. So, that's number 3, creating a life you can fall in love with. Number 4, this is the last one I'm going to say. And y'all, listen, Twonta, honey, she's going to be on the show next week, honey. Listen, they doing they should get a little Jerry curl or whatever. But anyway, no, she's not, y'all. No, she's not. She's cracking up. But the 4th one I want to say, and I want to really slow my brain down as I explain this point. The 4th one I want to say is, everything we do comes from something, right? Everything we do comes from something. And the biggest thing, which is number 4, is that you got to start unlearning some things. Not everything is Bible. Not everything is, what I mean by that, just because your mom told you something or your dad told you something doesn't mean that that's on you. I shared this with you guys many times on the show. I'm not afraid to share it. I was born into 2 parents who suffer from addiction. Both my parents. I have family members who suffer from addiction. And if there's some family members watching this, they're like, oh, why did you share that? Then maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't did it. I know I would have nothing to talk about. Okay. Anyway, just saying. So I had to unlearn some things. I had to unlearn to say, you know what, that's not going to be my story. That's not going to be, and not to say that there wasn't some positivity to them. I'm not saying that, but like I said, it's like walking into that, saying, I have to unlearn this. I have to unlearn this. This is not going to be, my story. This is not going to be something that my children are going to say about me or my husband, which is probably some of the reasons why I was attracted to my husband in the beginning, because he was not into cigarettes, honey. Like, if my husband had a cigarette in his hand, that would look weird. He's not into cigarettes at all. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's just like, that's probably why he's so potent, as we're popping out all these kids. But anyway, so it's cracking up. But yeah, so I think that's probably the reason why, because because I asked those questions. I'm like, listen, is everything okay? Because people can play a position, So yeah, you got to unlearn some things, y'all. You have to unlearn some things. Not every pieces of advice or habits or things that you grew up around as a child is should or can carry over with you in adulthood. You got to say no. For me, one of the things I had to unlearn just in the past 6 months is the toxicity that goes on in families. I had to say, you know what? I don't want my children beating each other up. And then next hour, they're like, I love you, this, that, and the third. And then they start that same cycle again. That's like the wheel of toxicity, where it's like, okay, where's the respect for each other? Where's where's the respect? Where's the love? Where's the, I'm not going to say this to hurt your feelings. I'm going to really watch my words because I really want to I love you enough to say, I want to tell you the truth, but I don't want to beat you down. Right. So I had to unlearn. Like one day this was like back in June, I had like a revelation. I was like, no, this has to stop. All this chaos I'm seeing, I can't have this carry on over again to my children, because they started to see a little bit of it, So I had to unlearn that, to say that's not okay. Like, that's not love. Like, that's not love, to just rip each other apart. And in the next hour, you're like, okay, no, you hurt my feelings. You attacked me. Like, girl, let's stay on that for a minute. Let's figure out, like, how are we going to fix this, and not sweep it under the rug and say, let's all be together for the purposes of love. Because here's the thing, when we embed that in our children, this goes back to falling in, living a life that you can fall in love with. We embed that in our children, and our children find partners who are abusive. They're the closest people to find individuals, men or women, who are narcissistic, right? Because if you grow up around chaos and toxicity, you're not, it wasn't fixed or resolved. You're going to find people who may take advantage of you, because you're used to that. You're used to that. Oh, I'm just used to it. Yeah. He yells and screams, and then, the next hour he says he loves me. I'm just used to that, because my dad did it, my mama did it, my cousins and all. They're just used to that. So start unlearning some things. Start unlearning. The first thing you need to start unlearning is all the toxic things that has happened or has came up in your childhood, and say, you know what? I'm not going to have this be repeated again in my bloodline. I'm not going to do that. So let's recap really quickly, ladies. This is a good conversation. If y'all love this, say, give me some hearts, give me some emojis in the comments. We just kicked off season 1, honey. Listen, this is how we do it. This is why I love having a co-host for the show, because there was some times, honey, I couldn't make it on the show. And Twonta, she came in and she dropped the bombs over Baghdad on it, right? So, like I said, let's recap. Number 1 was to be yourself. Listen, ladies, it's hard being somebody else. It really is. It is hard being somebody else. It's so easy to be yourself. Stop making it hard, right? Number 2 was step outside your comfort zone. I know we hear this a lot, but it's time to do that. It's time to get outside of your bubble. Like, especially if you have a business. Some of y'all are in like this, what is it called? Red Sea. You're just hanging out in there. You're not figuring out why you're growing. And you're like, I need to get in this blue sea. Okay, well, yeah, there may be less people around me, but the people who are around me are actually doing some shit, Okay, so number 3 is to become, honey. I'm about to get me a fan that says become. Become. Just become. My daughter is learning Spanish. I want to learn Spanish, Mom. She learns it. She learned Chinese. How we sit in and get my nails done. She started speaking in the little Japanese to the man. He was like, everybody, all the Koreans or whatever they all got pale, honey. They're like, oh shit. And then I smiling up there like, yeah, nigga, say something. She listening, honey. Okay. Yes. I was gonna learn it. I'm like, you go ahead, mamas. You go right ahead. And number 4 is start unlearning some things, honey. Unlearn it. Get the dirt off. Put it in the washing machine. Put some bleach on it, honey. Some fabuloso, honey. Purge it out of your system. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for our very first episode of season 4 to our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. We're going to be back on. Twonta and I are going to be back on next week, honey. And let me tell you something. When she come back on, y'all better be gagging in the comments, honey, because she's gonna have her coif together, okay? Because I know how it feels, honey, when you got your coif together. You want to be on it, listen. This content, it stays on this channel forever, honey. Okay. Oh my God, Katrina's here. For sure, I have some unlearning to do on some stuff, girl. Unlearn, honey, unlearn, so you can unleash yourself. Unlearn and unleash. Right? It's almost like taking off your bra. It's like, bam! I'm not confined. I'm not restricted. Right? I'm out there. I'm me. Right? That's what they have to do. So yeah, Twanta's gonna be joining back with me next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a fun show. Also, listen, before we end, guys, head on over to our merch store, y'all. Grab y'all a t-shirt, grab y'all a coffee cup, honey. Get that going, honey. We, get you some merch, some sister to sister connection merch. Okay. Get inside of our sister to sister connection tribe. Okay. We have some fun in there. bit.ly/sister to sister connection. We're going to have our self-care night on October 2nd. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you get inside of our community so that way you can learn more about it. And if you want to join us for a sister spotlight, listen, you got to get on that, honey. Email us at sister to sister connection @gmail.com. And we would love to have you. All right, Trees. I'll see y'all later. Love on your sister. Bye, guys.